Hello, it's Ricardo and welcome back to Farming Simulator 2022. Lots of noise about this, what with Farming Simulator 2025 on the horizon coming November. With that though, there's been a rise in a lot of people asking a lot of questions on the channel, and some of the most popular videos are around Farming Simulator. This is all about how to get water, but not on your basic map. We are out of Elm Creek and we're into Erlengrat. Yes. Into Europe, that's what I say. Let's get some water. Now in Erlengrat there's several places where you can get water. You've got a huge massive river leading into the sea. That's the first thing. But also many of the different little water butts here, there and everywhere. So what we're going to do, we're going to get through them. We're going to go through some of the more ridiculous ways you can get water. Also go through the equipment that you need to go and get water as well. And how you can transport it and what you can do to overload and then refill and decanter that water as well. Okay, so cool. First off, we're going to need a ride, and that means going to the shop and buying a tractor. So we know where the shop is. It's down to how much money you want to spend or whether you want to lease a tractor. I don't know what it is. I'm always gravitated towards the Massey Ferguson range of tractors, and the medium tractors for me are absolutely fantastic. You select your options and then select buy, or whether you want to do the lease plan, select lease. That's it. That's our tractor all sorted out. We are done. So with our tractor now in the bag, we have to move on to something to contain that water. A nice tank for whatever. Now these are not formed or seen in a little section that's called water. Oh no. Even though you've got things that say slurry and all the rest of it. No, indeed. You need to go and buy a water tank from the animals section. You can see it down there, bottom left hand side. Clicking on that, you'll get all the stuff you need for your animals. So you've got all your different attachments and you've got your aquatrans and your tanks and all the rest of it, and they all hold different varying amounts of water. Now we've only got a medium tractor, so for this particular use case we're going to go for the Aquatrans 7300. You've guessed it, it'll hold 7,300 litres of water or fluid, shall we say. That'll do for us. Make any modifications that you want. It's a Joskin. It makes no difference for me. There you go. And if we look round, there it is in the car park next to our bright new shiny tractor. So cool. All we're going to do now is get into the tractor. We're going to hitch up and then we're going to go off and we're going to find some water to put into that lovely brand new water tank that we're going to drag behind our tractor. Nice and easy. Couldn't be any easier than that. In fact, the most difficult part of this entire process is hitching it up to your tractor by pressing the Q key. Now, with that, we've got to go and find an actual nice location to go and get some water. This particular map does have a coast, but it's got a lovely river running all the way through it. Now, some places are going to be a bit too steep and going to be a bit of a ball ache to get your tractor and your trailer tank out of it. Some will be a little bit better. I found a nice spot for this to be up round by the bridge along by where the farm is. Of course, you could have filled this directly up from the water hopper that's in the farm, the water butt in the farm. But let's do something a little bit different. Pick our destination. Let's get a driver to drive us all the way over there. So now we've reached our destination. We're on the bank of a river. No problem. We've got an empty water tank already. Being very careful not to go too deep into the water, and you'll get a warning on the screen to say, hey, don't go driving too deep into the water. Make sure the back of the trailer is in the water. If you're wondering what to do, you can press the R key or press the F1 key to bring up the left menu, and you can see I am refilling my tank full of lovely fresh water out of this stream. As you can see, it's growing up at the bottom. There we go. Up to 92.5, 100%. We're sorted. We've got a tank full of water. Our animals are not going to go thirsty. Oh no, they're not. We're going to drag our sorry tractored posterior up this hill. A little bit of a strain, that. And we're going to make our way now over to the farmyard. Get those thirsty animals satiated. That's what we're going to do. And that's how you get water. Number 1 in Farming Simulator 22. Now, there's also another way. We can go over to the coast. There's also other areas as well along that route where you can get some water. And like I said, you can also get it from the farmyard. You haven't got to go through all that messing about. So we're going to get that tractor driven all the way over. But we're going to look at another method now in regards to buying a truck. Now, some of the larger tanks are going to either need a larger tractor or a nice big truck. Well, here's the trucks. You've got all the lovely trucks in here. I like a nice Volvo, if you know what I mean. They look quite cool. We're going to buy one of those. We're going to get it all tricked up and modified. We can change the colours in it. We can put a beacon on it. Whatever we want to do. Okay? We can change the grille colour, the main colour, the design colour. You name it. It's up to you to really individualise this part of the game. Should you want to, or should you just want to get on with it? Totally up to you. So once we've got our truck, we're now going to move on to the next section of getting a nice big humongous water tank for it. Now, there are some people in game who want a lot more immersion. So for example, you know, I want more things, I want more items, I want more machinery, and all that comes in time, especially with the huge modding community of Farming Simulator. If you want to mess around with the license plate, by all means, it's something you can do. You haven't got to do it. But you know, if you want that little extra level of immersion and customization in game, it's something that you can do. So we got our big honking great big lorry now to get a big honking great big tank, and that 68,000 lizard tank could well be the one for us. It will hold 32,000 litres full of water. That's for us. And we can have an awful lot of other stuff, some toxic chemicals and other gear in there as well. So what we can do, we can also, on this particular one, change the model to have a completely black tank, and we can also change the rim colour as well on the wheels. Well, we're going to go stealth with this, and we're going to buy that tank. No drams at all. So we've got it, but having a truck and this sort of large container in this particular area comes with its own problems. Now, this hedgerow and roses are never going to stand a chance, especially with my driving. So we're going to have to be quite careful here. Like, how many people in this dealership have turned around and gone, oh, he's had the roses again. So manoeuvring a big truck like this will take a little bit of messing around and a little bit of gameplay as well to get this all hitched up. It's not too difficult. I mean, full lock round now at this stage, a little bit of a J-turn to get yourself all lined up, and you can get yourself completely lined up with that truck and connected. Once we've got that, then we have to go and find a decent place to go and get some water for it, and this thing is huge. And if you use self-driving, even if you drive yourself, you're more than likely they're going to hit a couple of lampposts, some pedestrians, and also some cars as well, so just be careful. So I've settled on a little bit of ground. It's a bit too steep for me, I think, you know, but I'm going to try and get the truck right in the back of the water. There you go. The R for refill trailer is in. We're mostly submerged. This is not really a good way of doing it. I mean, there'd be water coming into the cab in real life. You'd have flooded the engine. You'd be in a world of hurt. But I am indeed refilling up my truck now. I can get 32,000 litres of water into this lovely black tanker I've got here. The problem is going to be getting out. But it is possible, even with the steepness of this particular tank. And where I've got this truck in the river. Don't worry about it. It's a bit of a cheese, but who cares? So here we are, we're filling up. We're on 70% now. We're going to get close to the 32,000 that this tank's going to hold. And then we're going to attempt to get out of this river, to be perfectly honest with you. Good for us that this level of Farming Simulator is not too up on driving physics and all the rest of it, because we'd be stuck. And that would be all of it. There'd be ducks quacking around the inside of that cab. So, there you go. We're very slowly at 1 mile an hour trying to pull our truck and 32,000 litres full of water out. Now, it's going to take you a couple of goes to do it. You're not going to get it done first time, but perseverance here is going to be the key. But there you go. We're just trying to get all the wheels in contact with the ground so the game thinks we're doing it. We're nearly there. We're nearly there. Try again. Sometimes a little slight change of angle will get you out. We're virtually nearly submerged here. It'll be like a scene from James Bond where he opens the window and pulls a goldfish out. We're nearly there, we're going to do it. We've got good traction, and we are through. Excellent. We've got a tank full of 32,000 litres of water. We've got a truck doing something akin to an Evel Knievel stunt, getting out of this river onto the riverbank, and now it's time to us to get all the way back now to our farm, where we can then put that trailer full of water in a nice place. We can transport it anywhere we want because we've got our truck, and then if we've got any livestock at any other farms that are too further afield, we've got a water source for them. So we've got some thirsty cows. We've got this tank full of water from the first tank we got in this video. We're going to pull up alongside the water trough. You'll see that when you get into position, and you've got to move a bit further so the tank is fully parallel to where the trough is, it'll say I to start overloading at the top left hand side. Press this and you'll decanter the water from your trailer and your Aquatrans XL, like what we've got here, into the water trough. So you will no longer have thirsty cows or any other livestock that happen to be in that particular pen. Now you can see I'm down to about 70% capacity in there. If I pull up alongside my Arctic truck with my huge lizard, you can see I can refill my mobile tank from that water tank just by pulling up alongside it and saying stop, R to refill. So that water will come from the black tank into the silver tank. And that's basically it. That's using water in Farming Simulator 2022. Absolutely brilliant. No more thirsty cows, no more thirsty livestock. Fill up the tanks by your greenhouses and all of that. But that's a particular map that a lot of people don't do many tutorials for, because it's all about Elmhurst Creek. Anyway, either way, that's how we do water in Farming Simulator 2022. Like and subscribe. Thanks very much for watching. Look out for more Farming Simulator 22 videos, and soon Farming Simulator 2025 videos as well. I've been Ricardo. See you soon.